Today let's go over Star Wars Episode 9 when it comes to the character of Luke Skywalker. This is Mike Zero here. If you guys are new to the channel, do make sure to subscribe to see future Star Wars content. Now, as you all know, ever since the release of Star Wars The Last Jedi, there's been a lot of backlash, a lot of criticism going against the film. One of the main things was exactly how the character of Luke was treated in the movie and how he was actually killed off so early on in the sequel trilogy. If you think about it, we only got 30 seconds of him in The Force Awakens, and for 2 years we waited for Luke Skywalker's return in an epic way. Now, throughout the majority of The Last Jedi, Luke Skywalker's on the island doing this and that, and we only got a little snippet of action between both Luke and Kylo on the planet Crate, before his death, of course, by use of the Force projection technique. Today, I wanted to discuss about Luke Skywalker coming back to life in Episode 9, and the big debate about everything here, because there are two sides of people, that really view on, Luke Skywalker coming back to life in Episode 9. Now, one half, a lot of people would say that if they were to bring Luke Skywalker, it's essentially Disney and Lucasfilm admitting that they made a huge mistake in Star Wars The Last Jedi, where, on the other hand, a lot of people would love to see Luke Skywalker coming back regardless, and it would just make a whole lot more sense. Now, the thing here, the big debate for Luke Skywalker coming back to life in Episode 9 is, well, if they brought him back to life, right? We saw the robes fall at the very end of The Last Jedi. We're assumed that he's dead for good, right? So if they brought him back, the big question that a lot of people are bringing up now is, well, if they brought Luke Skywalker back to life in Episode 9, how come Obi-Wan Kenobi or Yoda would, how come they wouldn't be able to make it out alive or come back to life eventually, and why only Luke Skywalker? So that's one debate right there. If they did bring Luke back, exactly why would Yoda and Obi-Wan not be able to come back alive as well? Now, if you look at a lot of, movies out there, I want to really look at Pirates of the Caribbean, Superman, Lord of the Rings, etc., and a lot of these big-time characters, you thought they were dead in the franchises that you all know and love, and they came back. Barbossa, Davy Jones, Superman, Gandalf, Jack Sparrow, you name it. The list goes on. And a lot of them have all to do, like you just heard, from Pirates of the Caribbean. In Pirates of the Caribbean, you thought Barbossa was dead in one of the movies. In one of the movies, you thought Jack Sparrow died when he got eaten alive. In another movie, you thought Davy Jones died. All these characters ended up coming back. And I think that since Pirates of the Caribbean, since, those line of movies are owned by Disney, I think that Disney could very well, if they really wanted to, do something very surprising and crazy for the fans in Episode 9 by bringing Luke Skywalker back to life. Now, that's the thing here, what if a Force Ghost what if like a Force Ghost version of Luke Skywalker, let's say if Disney decided to do something like this, what if a ghost version of Luke just looks like a physical version of Luke, where it's all solid mass? I don't know if you guys noticed this, but Yoda, his Force Ghost, I don't know guys, it looked a whole lot more solid and less transparent to me than how it is at the very end of Return of the Jedi. So what if Disney did something around the lines of that, where Luke Skywalker is back as a Force Ghost, but he's pretty much solid and able to interact with the environment and hold different objects? What if they did something very weird, and I would see this as somewhat weird and awesome at the same time, but what if they had a Force Ghost Luke using a lightsaber and getting some action against Kylo Ren or whatever new villains come our way in Episode 9? If Luke is able to interact with the environment, look at Yoda. If he's able to use a cane as a Force Ghost and bop Luke on the head with it, why can't Luke use a lightsaber as a Force Ghost? Though I think that may sound very ridiculous to a lot of you guys out there, it's still possible that they could do something around the lines of that. But as far as bringing Luke Skywalker back to life, how do you guys feel about this? Would you guys rather him stay dead or come back to life? And here's the other part of the debate. If they do bring him back to life, the whole death scene in The Last Jedi, would be very much undertoned. It wouldn't really mean anything. His whole entire sacrifice to the Resistance, it wouldn't mean anything. The whole entire trick in front of Kylo Ren, it would seem a little bit more useless right there. So I would like to hear your thoughts on Luke Skywalker coming back to life in Episode 9. It's a big debate, and I would really love to hear what you guys have to say about all of this below in the comments section. As for me, I would love to have Luke Skywalker back alive, in the present, in Episode 9, but I think it's very unlikely that that is going to happen unless JJ and Chris Terrio, we are hearing, little talk right now that they're going to be rewriting some parts of the movie here and there throughout production while they film. They're going to be changing some things up a bit, quite possibly. So maybe that has to do with Luke Skywalker. I don't know. We do know that Mark Hamill shaved, and maybe that's for a new role of how Luke is going to be portrayed in the movie. Who knows? But anyways, guys, drop a comment below. Let me know what you think about all of this in the comments. And if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.
From night to moon.